Welcome to Channel 15 Sports, PEGTV, Munger Vision. We're bringing you MSJ girls soccer action. Windsor, MSJ today. Windsor with the dark green uniforms on, the yellow trim. MSJ with the white tops, green bottoms. It has rained throughout the day, but the field seems to have drained very well. The biggest problem in a day like this, other than waiting for the next storm to hit, is for the goalies. They'll have the biggest problem because if you kick the ball and it gets all that wetness on it and it could slide through their hands easier than usual or slide underneath them. So the breeze, it's gusting at times. Right now it's kind of calm, but during the setup time it has gusts. And the only other thing that I'm unprepared for is I didn't pick up a Windsor roster, but I do have MSJ's roster, and they're the only ones in the viewing area, so we are good to go. And MSJ, tough matchup today. Windsor has had a very solid soccer program for many, many years, and I expect this to be a good test today for MSJ's soccer squad. Again, this is PEGTV, Channel 15 Sports, Public Access Television, located at Building 24 in the House Center. And their website is www.pegtv.com. And you can see Windsor controlling the ball right now. Had a lot of room to dribble. That'll be Logan Kavanaugh, I forgot to mention. There's Logan. She's in net for MSJ as usual, and she'll make the first save of the game. And her first punt of the game is not bad at all. She was looking for Comstock, number 22. And the first opportunity I get, I shall read the MSJ girls roster to you. Now, that might not happen until halftime, and they wanted to bring the ball out in front. And that time the defender just knocked it down, and MSJ will pick it up. That's Comstock looking for that open space and then running up. Oh, nice job defensively by Windsor, and they'll go out of play. This is Ojula, and I remember the last game we did here against Polteny. Ojula had 2 goals for MSJ, one of them coming late to tie things up. And so you can see right now that MSJ getting the ball in for their offensive zone for the first time, and Windsor didn't let him get into the box, knocked it down, set it up. That's Ackerman, number 12, that was there side by side. It'll trickle in, and Windsor now have their first punt of the game. Lacey Gilligan getting set to check in for MSJ as she's on the sideline, and Mounties want to control this into the field, keep some time of possession down here, generate some shots, and that ball will roll out of play, and it'll be a Windsor throw. We'll have Windsor in the green with the throw. We're scoreless in the first half of play, 40-minute halves, and there is overtime if necessary. But we can end this thing in a tie. You play 2 10-minute overtime periods. Golden goal means first goal wins. And that's about it. When you get to the playoffs, things get a little more complicated, or into a tournament, things get a little more complicated. Oh, they were trying to slide the ball through and just had it knocked off of the defender's shins. And Windsor with some room to bring the rush down. They dribbled it up the turf, and there's the step up and a knockdown by Patton. And Patton played very well here against Polteny. Been a young squad, but a good squad, and a lot of potential on this squad. That's Ojula defensively got there, so you're keeping her mark, and they'll bring the ball back to the center of the field. That's Windsor with it. One pass too many. Bove. Yeah, she had to dribble, and then she got a little bit too far out in front of her, and she decided, a good decision, she kept the spacing there so she wouldn't get burned on the dodge move. And that's Gowett, number 15, with the ball. And again, the defense of Bove and Gowett converge to take away that lane into the box area, the scoring area, and that will slide down and out of play. And they're looking for a ball for a throw here, and Windsor just about midfield, close enough to round it off and call it midfield. We've had each goalie with a touch here, no real fantastic save, and Windsor looking to go long and through and too hard, and Kavanaugh will be there. And again, she sees the field well, pays attention to the game very well, and that was a positional punt right there. She wanted to come to Ojula to outlet the ball just like that, did a nice job in setting up that play. And Ojula with a good pass to Comstock, and she was trying to go to O'Rourke. Now O'Rourke back in action today. Remember, she was injured for that game right after the Proctor game, the Polteny game here, and she's back in uniform and on the field. And she's just got this knack for scoring, so they need her in there. And that's going to be O'Rourke with the ball. Got it tied up in her feet, kept it alive, went to the left, and she'll be involved in a play to knock the ball free. Sends it in, and it's going to be picked up by Windsor. And that was Scholdice that time. They got in there and helped out Melanie O'Rourke. That's a great kick. Wow. Excuse me, I got caught admiring that kick. So each team's starting to open things up here, and that's going to be, see, Patton took the inside route, over pursued it, and then Trombley right there just did a little chip shot and get the ball up and out. And it's going to be up, up, up into the box, and Kavanaugh will get there with no problem. So Logan Kavanaugh, boy, that's an excellent kick. Both goalies hitting midfield on their punts. That was a nice release. She just caught the ball perfectly on its down motion. Little collision. They let them play through it. That's Schuldice out there with the contact. And now take a bounce over Ackerman's foot. And then Patton on the back check comes up, gets the ball in the circle to the left foot. And was looking to lay it out on that side to Mercier, number 7. Schuldice throwing some shoulders and being physical and got the ball lodged free. Nice job by Schuldice. And she'll lay it out to the open part of the turf on that corner of the box. Didn't get it in. And they're going to MSJ with a nice short passing game here. It's Mercier, and again took an erratic bounce on her right there. Got an MSJ. See Galwet look around, had some time and space to work with. Wants to reverse and bowl her way through. We'll go back, get the ball again, and I think this time, yeah, it did slide out of bounds and should become a Windsor throw. It's 0-0, or we have a sub coming. It is an MSJ throw, and Lacey Gilligan will come in now for Ojala. So that's where we're at, and to my knowledge, that's the first sub I remember coming in the game for either side. And I got a whistle, and I'm not sure what had happened, but MSJ will retain possession, and that is a high lobbing throw. That probably slipped out of her hands a tad bit, but so Ackerman with a nifty move with the steal, then the send, and then touch, and then give back, and Schuldice will retrieve it, and he'll bring the ball down to the center circle, looking for Gilligan, who just entered the ball game. Number 21 for MSJ, and Gilligan now running that zigzag defensive pattern, coming back, and that's going to go down, and stay in play. Now she's got Patton pretty boxed in there, and that's going to become an MSJ throw. They're staying with it, yeah. And boy, a lot of mark up there, and just tried to drive it through and hit the Windsor defender, actually knocked the wind out of her, and here comes the Mounties with the long outlet pass through the middle of the field, and they've got O'Rourke now, and O'Rourke goes to her left, and she wanted to send the ball through. Comstock called out by Gilligan, and then the ball will reject and come back to this side. Windsor's on the offensive attack now, and they're looking to go across the field. They want probably have been better off actually to totally go over the top and reverse right there, but they tried to go laterally across the field, and Comstock with the step up and had it taken right back away from her. Again, there's been a pretty decent pace here to the opening. I'd say we're probably 7 minutes into this first half of play, and that will be out of bounds, and you can see it being chased down by Trombley, Jen Trombley down there, and Trombley. Boy, right on the target, got it to Gilligan right off the foot, and boy, some bumping and pushing going on, and they're going to let them play right now in this first half. And under threatening skies, it's rained most of the day. The field drained very well, but it's got that skim coating, the moisture, and again, footing's been pretty good though. I got to tell you, the young ladies on the field I really haven't seen any people slipping. If anything, the ball's slowing down on the passes and the kicks. So Gilligan will take the throw, and I think she's going to do it again. Yeah, they had subs. Yeah, they weren't set with the subs, so this should just take the throw again. No real damage done. She was anxious. Now she'll get the ball back, and nice pass down to the corner, and just a matter of see who went off from. Of course, I took the camera that doesn't work well. I didn't call it cold today, but it doesn't zoom in or out once it gets, I guess, below 70. And that's going to be over the top of the box. Mercier staying with it. She's got two defenders on her, pushes it to the left side. Oh man, big push off, no call right there. And then the battle on the far side, and that's going to be Galwet. Had her pass intended to go on that edge, knocked down Bove way up the field. Bove will go back. Bove just a tad bit late getting there, and he'll go to the far side. And you see Galwet get in position and take the angle to cut him off. Nice job. Trombley came up the field, timed it well, picked her spot, and there's the handball. Yeah. And there'll be a kick on the violation. It'll be the Yellow Jackets coming up on the far side of Abatel Field on Channel 15 Sports on Munger Vision. And here comes the kick, and it's got good carry on it, and it's got good drop. Everybody on side, and Kavanaugh will get there. Yeah, she makes it look easy, but believe me, that's a good play by Kavanaugh. Not as easy as she makes it looks. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the MSJ community for allowing me to videotape their sports and be able to bring it to the community on Channel 15, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you. It's Been a good first half as far as each team's had flows back and forth. They've had, oh, they go deeper back in the box. I'm not really sure about that play. And Windsor will turn, fire, and did it go off from MSJ? I believe it did. Yes, it did. So they kind of dodged a bullet on that because they kicked it into their own defensive end deep. See how the ball just died right there? Usually when the grass is wet, nice move by Trombley. Usually the ball will skid along like in baseball or softball, but right now it's just kind of killing the soccer ball. Bounces, bounces. Ojala right out of midair. Looking for a Rourke. It's going to be settled down, and Bove will send it through. They're going to come to this side to Comstock and a Rourke, both right there, and a Rourke will hit the deck, go down, get back up, and almost get the ball. Wow, she must feel like a pinball or one of those bingo balls you put in the barrel you shake up. And white throw. That's what the official said. Ojala will quickly get it back into play, try and set the tempo. Was looking for Gilligan off the head of the Windsor player over midfield. And there's a step up and nice move. Then Ackerman came up to put pressure on him. That's going to go down into the box area. Trombley with plenty of time. You can see her kind of take her time, look, fire, and yeah, that will go out of bounds, and we will have a throw coming in by Jen Trombley and MSJ. Now the reason the camera is sideways is because I have to lean around the post. And then I level off, so Patton, number 8, getting set to check in the ball game for MSJ, and that's a Rourke, staying with it, staying with it. Oh, she's just sneaky like that. See her? Oh, look at that drag of the foot. Oh, she's coming in, coming in, coming in. And yeah, it's going to come out to midfield to Ojala, the Mounties sideline, looking for a call on that play on the rush down the field by O'Rourke. And this is going to take a bounce to Galway. Oh, she put the brakes on with the heel, knocked the ball back, and it's going to send it up to midfield. And MSJ and Windsor going back and forth here, and a nice flow to the first half of play. That shoulder ice on that pass on the layout on the far side with Mercier coming up at that good speed. She looks to turn the corner on the outside, and a good play by the Windsor defense as they're able to. Oh, Ackerman with the hit of the game right there. Inadvertent, but still pretty good shot. And she never flinched. Poor Windsor player went down. Oh, it took a bad bounce. She's looking to get it and take it in, and instead, yeah, gonna have an offside. We will have an offside, and that will lead to a Mountie kick, and usually Jen Trombley right there will take the kick. So Trombley checking back with the keeper. And Trombley just waiting for the official to give her the official sign. There you go. The kick comes right at me. And out of play. See Gilligan, look at it and watch it, and it'll be out of bounds. We'll have Windsor gather it up and take the throw. And there she is. Oops, we're going to switch up. So Windsor right there. That's the green uniforms I'm talking about with the yellow trim. That's the yellow jackets. And that is a high lobbing throw. Boomed out of there by Bove of the Mounties. And it'll just Windsor again. Ackerman coming out taking a breather now for the Mounties. MSJ with a couple ties this year. And they did have the loss to Leland and Gray. Other than that, they've been pretty solid, pretty stable. A few dribbles down the field, and then Gilligan and Comstock with the header. There's the settle by a Rourke. Right idea. She's looking to give it back to Comstock, and just a tad bit too long, but the right idea right there. Oh, and I believe that went out from Gilligan's heel out of bounds, and it'll be Windsor with the throw. Right now it's not raining, and the wind, like I said, just occasionally comes up, and Bove. And she chooses just to kick it side out, and that'll send Windsor down on the throw, and that's what they're going to do. You see the attack of the ball now. Windsor able to let the rush of the defender go by, and boy, nice hook on the ball, and Kavanaugh will have it take it. Perfect bounce, come right up into the breadbasket with it, and she'll go to the far side of the box, get ready for the punt. That's the open side of the field, and again, looking to get the pass, just a kick, just like a pass down the field, and time Windsor able to shorten the field, and that goes off from Gowett to the corner, and she'll race there, and that's number 15, Krista Gowett, and she'll take the bump, and that will be, I'm looking to see, it's going to be a goal kick. Okay. So Ackerman, after a very brief rest back in the ball game, along with Shauna Robb, number 13. Schuldeis coming out along with O'Rourke. That'll be the break for the Mounties as they're able to rotate people in and out, get some fresh legs out there. And Trombley got underneath it a bit, and Patton. Oh, look at that move by Patton on the reversal. Goes to the left foot and a perfect pass up the top, and that's Mercier. Took about 4 dribbles and wanted to go down that side to Robb, and I think the slope of the field is going to take the ball out of bounds, and it does. And we'll have a throw by Windsor right in front of the parking area here. There they are, right in front of the bleacher section on this side of Abatel Field. Patton got in there, got a piece of it, and that was all it took. And now the wind's starting to pick up a little bit coming across the field towards the camera, and that's where they'll have to make the adjustment on the kick. And the Mounties with the throw, and it's going to be Dominique Mercier. I believe that's who it is. That's a long way to look. Yeah, it was. Headed once, headed twice, and finally hits the ground. And MSJ with the first time to get a head on it, and they'll just get their spacing here. Yeah, they kind of separated because they're both in the same spot, clogging it up. Oh, I like the way they reverse the field. Yeah, Gowett might have about kicked the field. Yeah, we'll have a goal kick coming up now. I like the thought of going over the top now and then, letting those good athletes out there run for MSJ like that. So this time they'll be kicking it off the ground, far side of the box, and we're scoreless here in the first half of play with 24 minutes to go in the opening half. We played 16 minutes of scoreless soccer, and each team at many different times in this first half have been able to really generate pressure. You know, I think if you looked at all the stats right now, they'd be pretty much right down the middle. That's Ojala. She got it to near the top of the box and then didn't get control of it, and Windsor kind of scrambling right now. There they got the spacing, they had their gapping wrong, and now they've got some open field to work with, and that's Gilligan coming back and got in position to make the force to play back to the center like that. That gives Patton a chance to get a foot on it, a toe on it, the ball coming back. Patton will get there and overrun the play that time. So you reached the leg out. Ojala with a good position and a good speed, and thinking the ball's going to make the inline, and yeah, it does. So Trombley will pick it up, and Trombley will take the goal kick, and we're going to have a sub come in, and we'll have a quick break in the action here as Windsor will make the change, and Schuldeis will also come in. Nope, she'll have to wait. Okay, so Trombley all set, and she gets the thumbs up from the official, and nice step up, kept the ball back, and MSJ just inches it towards the circle and didn't really get a lot of power on the kick. And then the step up by Gowett on the far side. The Mounties, Gowett able to run through the first defender and then get the left foot on it and keep the ball in bounds. Great kick to Ackerman. Ackerman with pressure on the inside wants to set the play up. Yeah, she'll bring it wide, try to take the corner or cut back on the reverse. Right now she's just got no field to work with, and I believe the whistle offside, yeah. That was the closest bunch of people to be offsides I've seen in a long time in the soccer games. We've had an offsides both ways now, once on Windsor and once on MSJ, and Windsor had the field shortened on that header taken over by MSJ. That 50-50 ball became a Mountie ball, and that's going to be out of bounds. And yeah, throw coming in. I'm looking to see for who. Oh, MSJ had to throw, and I think they're going to have him play through. Yep. That was Robb, number 13, involved in a play, and that's knocked down at the attempt by Mercier, and Windsor able to get the rebound, come right to him, both with the touch. Now Gowett, as again the Mounties able to keep good pressure on this into the field. Now the subs will come in. O'Rourke and Schuldeis coming in for MSJ, number 20 and number 4 respectively. Comstock will come out, and it looks like Shauna Robb will also come out. There, I'll stop looking at the ball. Boy, there's Dominique Mercier. She has the ball. She'll have the throw. So we're down to 21.5 minutes to go in this first half of play. And Ackerman says she gets into position and shifts herself around. Nice step up. Good help on that by Patton, number 8. And she's been very impressive in both home games that I've seen here today, this year so far. And I always watch the ball boy, and then I lose track of the ball. Oh, Brianna Patton to O'Rourke, and she's trying to make the move and go by, and that's just a good stand defensively by Windsor as they're able to can just keep their position and then take the ball away, and we will have Windsor take the throw on the far side here. And again, we're scoreless. You're watching PEGTV channel 15, and some things to keep in mind. And one of them is to watch Sports Feed on channel 15. And it's on Mondays at 4:30, Tuesdays at 5:30, and Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. Yeah, and that's not always about sports. You might turn it on and watch woodworking, and crafts, and painting, cooking. You know, all kinds of hiking and snowshoeing and music and drama and just everything showing. I think that sums it up, the coach's expression right there. So we will have Ojala take the throw in, and that's going to be knocked down by Gilligan, controlled, and then the shoulder came in from behind. And I'll tell you, it's been I think a good physical game. It's been a very clean physical game, but they've been consistently letting him be physical, and I like that. As the Yellow Jackets will go to the short throw, and boy, they found just enough of a seam between Ojala and Gilligan, and what happened there was they just stepped on the ball to trap it and went out of play, and nice catch by Steve Kalin on the bench, the MSJ boys goalie, taking any action and made a good show of his hands right there. Oh, and it finds an open spot for Ackerman. Ackerman passing to herself on the dodge, and yeah, and again, that was just two players going for the ball, sliding down and colliding. There was really no need for a whistle. There was no whistle. And I think he called a corner, yeah, because of the last touch by the Windsor defender, and this will be the first corner for either side here. Comes with just about 19 minutes to go. Oh, and again, she hooked it, and oh, on the outside of the net, yeah. She hooked it down, and going to have a goal kick for Windsor. Yeah, so number 14, Caroline Connolly, coming in for MSJ, and I believe that's the first time I've seen Connolly come in. She's a very good player, and she'll replace Lacey Gilligan. Will get a breather. That's a long shift for Gilligan that last time out there. She spent a lot of time. Of course, soccer, nothing but transition, transition, transition anyways. And that's going to stay, yep, inbounds. Nice save. I believe that was Ojala, and then Scholdice coming back, and then the bump up front, and that was Connolly involved in a play, number 14 for the Mounties. Ojala will duck down out of the way, and Windsor on the edge of the box will, oh, see her lose her footing. She wanted to turn and send it, and this time she'll get it on the wing, and they're looking on the in line. They want to cross the ball out front. Never got there. Went out from Trombley out of bounds, and yeah, they're going to have a corner, and I just want to see who's coming down to take it. Okay, so it's not a corner. They're going to just call it handball right there. Okay, that's why it's just a kick. There we go. Oh, that's in a great spot. It bounced past, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 different green jerseys, and nobody could get any portion of their body, a head, a toe, a foot, anything on it. And after all that bumping, it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Windsor with the soccer ball. It goes down toward the corner. It's not going to have enough juice to be out of play, and they're getting in close. They want to come, oh, she keeps that in bounds. She had two people coming inside the arc where she could have had a nice crossing pass, but instead it just slid off her. A lot of that could be moisture on the ball too, where it just slid off her foot, making the corner down there, and that will go out of play. And we'll have a throw coming up for Windsor. So after MSJ had a good run of 4 or 5 minutes down in their offensive end, Windsor now trying to answer that with some time of possession down on their offensive end. Oh, look at that strength right there. Ackerman took the contact, stayed up, got it to O'Rourke. She will show her the ball, bring the ball back. Pretty nifty move by O'Rourke, brings it up toward that. Yeah, it's going to hit the slope and roll out of play. Yep. As we are looking for and finding Dominique Mercier, number 7. She's got the ball on the far side. We're past the midway point, and there's been no real super difficult save. I mean, there's been a couple touches by the goalies, and yeah, and they'll save it again. That was pretty crazy sequence. The Windsor coach saying she had possession of the ball, which she did, but she then lost her possession when she spun around. It wasn't like a transferring of the baseball to the glove type deal. That was, she was making a soccer move and lost control of the ball, and that's why the whistle never blew and they played through. Mounties trying to just collapse the middle and push the ball right up through the center. And oh, nice job by Connolly, Caroline Connolly out there. And like I said, she played very well in the last game I've seen, and getting involved right now, her and Patton and all those youngsters. That's going to be settled in Windsor. Oh, Ojala with a quick left foot will make the steal. Oh, great ball, great ball. And O'Rourke's going to be, yeah, they're going to call, got a whistle, and I think he's going to call that, yeah. Yeah, she actually pushed off O'Rourke. O'Rourke was being shielded from getting to the ball, and yeah, this is a great chance for MSJ right here. As you can see, they bring Trombley up, number 19. You can see the Windsor wall. I mean, literally, I would chip it personally to the left side. Oh, that was just, you know, as sweet a spot deep in the box like that as it is, it's hard to score from like that with 7 people lined up in front of you. It's much easier to come another 5 or 6 yards out and get a little more, well, widens the angles. But I don't know, I would have had more of a play to the weak side on that than just try to blast it through. In any event, they let the opportunity get away, and Windsor did a good job right there, and it's going to be picked up, and this time held on to with no problem, as we'll have the kick. And again, nice job with a bounce. That's going to be all right on the midfield stripe and over midfield, and Trombley will just look for Patton, find her just a tad bit over midfield. Patton able to skip over the defender's leg on that steal attempt. Poke check, I was going to call it like in hockey. And MSJ with some momentum. O'Rourke, whoa, see, that's wet grass right there. She put the brakes on, crashed and burned. And I'm waiting to see what he called here, because they're lining up for corner. It's going to be Mercier going over to take the, looks like she'll serve up the kick. And on the sideline we have a lot of different players. We have Comstock, Gilligan, and Marissa Raymond coming in for MSJ. And that'll be the next group of subs coming in. Ackerman went down low and took her out. And again, that's been a physical game here in this first half. Very clean, very physical though. And the referees have been very consistent, letting everything be equal on each side. Well, I love it when the reverse field, yeah. And there's the speed coming in, and the kick, and right into the goalie's breadbasket. Oh, Scholdice got behind the defense, and again, when you go over the top and reverse the field like that, especially with these quick athletes, I love that kind of soccer. And that's the best scoring chance by either side, by any point. Okay, so we're going to have a Windsor throw, and you can see them check with the official. Yeah, they're just waiting for the subs to clear. It's Mercier Ackerman came out, and Connolly came out for MSJ. And that will just be another Windsor throw. It'll be right in front of the Mountie bench. And again, Trombley right there. Always on a good position she is to. Oh, see, it just skidded past Gilligan, and they wait for the subs to come in, so the Windsor change right here on a Windsor throw, and we've got a scoreless game. And right now, if you had to look at the stats, they might tip a little bit toward MSJ. Time of possession, corners, shots on net, and the best scoring chance came right there from Colleen Scholdice, as she was able to get behind the defense, stay on side though, and put a pretty good shot in. Oh, nice job by Patton. She just played her. She watched her feet. She never took her head out her feet, and Windsor will circle back, take the corner. Scholdice with the steal will step inside. She's got a lot of green to work with. And there's the pass coming across to O'Rourke, and she's just going to be wide. Oh, if she was only 6 inches longer, she would have been able to get there and bring the ball back. But again, the play unfolded perfectly for MSJ, and they're hitting the right spots. And I mean, the execution was very good on that rush down the field. Like I said, if she could have just grown. Of course I did. Yes. Yeah. Did I get that? Do I ever miss them? And yeah, got a handball coming this way. Oh, a kick coming up, and Gilligan right there was involved in the play. And now we'll have Trombley come all the way down, number 19, and again, strong foot, accurate foot. And I'm going to say I'd be the equivalent, I think, of 30 yards right there with no markers on the field. And she will, well, she put some beautiful touch on it. Beautiful touch on it, and the screen came in front, but the goalie, good job of staying focused, stayed on the ball, and that kick's going to hang, and be shouldered, landed down by Gowette. Patton in right place, right time as usual. She's going to go laterally here, and then with that left foot, gets it to Comstock. Comstock, time and space to work with. Yeah, she kind of got bottled up there. Yeah, and she had nowhere to go with it. She turned and got it outside, and we'll have MSJ take the throw. Last touch by the Windsor defensive unit, and 50-50 balls that comes through the center of the field now as they work it up to the arc, to the stripe, and then this reversal by MSJ as they just stepped in. Kept it low, but kept it on the opposite side. Mercier getting set to check in for MSJ number 7 down on the sideline. I'll tell you what, this kind of soccer that, I mean, like I said, it's been consistently called and it's been clean physical, but it's fun to watch. You can see Bove just getting right place, right time, made the right move, good decision. And Gowett, Bove, and Trombley stood everything up. It looked like Windsor was going to make the dodge move and deke her out and get around her, but she just stood up and was physical, and that kept the rush from going any deeper in than what it had gone. And Raymond out there also, number 5 for MSJ, as Windsor will take the throw. I had to adjust the tripod, I'm sorry. That's going to come in and come to the top of the arc. Boy, I hit about a knee and 2 shins, I think, and came out, and then it's just going to be cleared by Windsor just on a miss kick, and we'll have Raymond take the throw. And actually, she's not, as Raymond will come out. Marissa Raymond will be replaced by Dominique Mercier, number 7, and there they go. And the high five. And looks like Gowett. Yeah, Gowett's going to go and take the throw for MSJ. I don't want to jinx the field, but it looks like Sunshine actually trying to come out here. And that's O'Rourke. And what I like about what O'Rourke does is she sees the opening in the field and she'll dribble the ball up, which is, there's nothing wrong with not going over the top or not making a short pass. If you've got a lot of turf in front of you and you're fast and you handle the ball well, just go ahead and take it up. And she seems to have the instinct to do that. And she's got some awkwardly clever way where she just always seems to come up with the ball and keep it on her foot too. I'm not sure how to describe it, but somehow that ball seems to always find her toe and stay on it. And that would be a throw from Windsor as we're getting down in that first half of play. Time-wise, I would guesstimate around 10 minutes. And 8.5, thank you. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half, and I think if you'd looked at the stats right now, you'd say MSJ would be, at least statistically, very happy with what they've done. Generating corners, time of possession, shots on net. They played a solid defensive game. They haven't made Kavanaugh work hard in net. That's Bove, 23. And Trombley came over to help her in it. A.J. Morrow showing his soccer stuff. Oh, twice. Left foot and right foot down there. Plus with the camera with them, that's pretty tough to do. And this will be a corner for Windsor. And you can see the flag, how limp it is right now. There is no breeze to speak of right now. It's Ackerman getting set to check in for MSJ. And Windsor with just their second corner of this first half. And boy, just never got the ball delivered out in front of the net where something could have been done with it. And Reardon, Kayleen Reardon coming in, number 16 for Scholdice for MSJ. And Trombley will have the goal kick on the far side of the box, and she will get set here. Again, if they get to the half scoreless, you've got to be feeling awful good about what you've done by your execution if you're MSJ. But you got to be a little frustrated when you look at the score and see that it's tied with scoreless, which is a tie. Of course, Windsor, good team. They can turn this thing around on one quick kick. And that's going to take a bounce off from the shin of Ojala, come down to the left side. There's the dodge move. Ojala trying to get back in front of her, and boy, I tell you, it pays to have long legs. She was able to reach out and poke check that away, and there's Ackerman just back into the ball game looking for Reardon. He'll take a skid, go forward. O'Rourke called off from the ball, and that gave Windsor a chance to get possession back. And we shall have a throw by MSJ. They'll take it off right in front of the bench area, come down, and good job. Communication, Patton able to clear all those bodies. Oh, what a deflection to come on in. And it's, see the goalie, well actually that crossed the line. She could have used her hands, but it was going to be close. Oh boy, they rushed through the ball, and Windsor with some open turf, and nice job. Good recovery by Ojala because they had a lot of turf to send the ball in. Trombley, the whistle kick coming up. Easy call. So Windsor will be right on the edge of the box, and MSJ will now build the famous soccer wall. That's a cool way. Two with their back to him. This is unique. Well, let's see what happens. And boy, again, just could have been wet ball, wet cleats, and it just slid. It's like if you golf with a wet club and wet ball and a slice and no traction on her toe, or else you just miskicked it. But that good scoring opportunity again just went away for Windsor right there without any real threat. And Trombley, short kick. I'm not sure if it was Patton's ball. She knocked it down, and then the step up by Bove. Took a few stutter steps, got the dribble going, and brought the ball down. O'Rourke waiting for the kick to go over the top. See O'Rourke, she's never looking like she's going full speed, but she's just elusively quick. Oh, there it is. She'll come back to O'Rourke, and she'll send the ball back, and there's a lot of crowd down there. Stays in the box. Windsor able to get a double team on, bring the ball to the outside, and they're going to bring it up this near sideline. Again, Ackerman, so crafty down there, will get it in, and oh, off the side of the foot. That's definitely a wet cleat. Yep. They got that ball in perfect position and then just misfired it. And even though it's not raining now, it has rained throughout yesterday and today. The field in very good condition, but that doesn't make the ball any drier from the... Okay, so Scholdice and Gilligan coming in for MSJ, and coming out will be Reardon. And I need another body. Looks like Comstock 22. Okay. And I'll take the throw. There's Mercier. Oh, no. Yeah, you know what happened? The subs hadn't cleared the field yet. And it's Comstock with another solid performance here in the first half. Going to get a break. Probably won't see her again until the second half of play. And when they go to their halftime break, that's when I'll read the MSJ roster to you. Again, they've got a scoreless game, but the Mounties have been pressing the attack here. O'Rourke wants to come back, and oh, just a little bit too far. There's the follow-up, knocked down, got off the shins, never came in tight. Patton with the ball, number 8, works to the outside, takes the contact. Yeah. Boy, solid, and a reversal, and oh, she's so good with either foot, too. I tell you, Patton has been very impressive, I think. And Ackerman, I don't think it's going to stay in. No. And we'll have a green throw. That'll be Windsor, the Yellow Jackets, with those green uniforms on. And they started off the first 4.5, 5 minutes. They really had a lot of time of possession. Did a good job of keeping the ball down in their offensive end. And then the Mounties able to crank it up a little bit. And
3 minutes, White, here we go!
that in just 3 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half of play. And ball just laying there. That's a very unusual thing for a Windsor team. Nobody attacked the ball. Went out from the back of Ackerman. And it'll go to Windsor. They'll take the throw. And have Ojula called off by Trombley. And that's Gonzo. And Windsor now will get set. So you take the throw, get it into the open portion of the field. And Trombley again timed her step up nicely. I lost the ball. There we go. Ackerman to the left foot. And the booming kick. And yeah, see the step up. MSJ just got really good spacing right now on the field. And good, right now, good communications also going on, and that's going to come all the way back to the defensive edge of the circle for Windsor. They're going to work up to midfield and on a bounce, get it about 25 yards over the top. And there's the pop-up and a settle by Ackerman. We're getting late in the first half of play. No score. Windsor MSJ girls varsity soccer action. Scholdice with that sprinting speed, and oh, see that? She just put her 2 feet together, took away any chance of kicking it through her legs. She'll step inside and nope, couldn't send her. She was trying to cross the ball, and then she's sticking with it. And would that be a no goal kick? I was waiting to see, and he says goal kick, so it did not go off from the Windsor player. And, hey, I was wrong. Comstock is coming back in the first half. Just 1:45 to go in the first half. And the Yellow Jackets at Abatel Field with the goal kick coming up. Of course, again, it's one of those games that with no score, you would say, geez, 40 minutes, no score. This has been a good game to watch. A lot of fluid moments and a good sliding save and then the grab by the goalie.
1 minute, White, 1 minute!
That's going to be up. Bove once. Bove gets in position. Bove, a little nudge. And boy, the minute you say I didn't do it, she got away with it though. And there's the ball on the ground, but through, and Trombley will take it to the outside. Yeah, you want to curl back in. She wants to keep it to the outside. Boy, it'd be devastating to give up a late goal here to Windsor after controlling play so much, and that will become a Windsor throw. Plenty of time to get a kick in here on net. As Galwet came way up the field, made a play, made the steal, and now they're on that far side, jousting at the ball and getting the win. MSJ with a 50-50 win off that loose ball, and there's the pass down to the open side of Abatel Field, and Comstock just a step late. Well, MSJ throw. Oh, they're going to switch. I'm sorry, it's a Windsor throw. They're going to back up about 5 yards. Yeah, and they go up over the top, and they head it in, and there's Scholdice, and she's trying to get that inside position, and yeah, they'll come back to the goalie, and that's a risky play, but a good play. If it pulls us off, that's did the job they wanted, which is let the time expires. We're down to 10, 9, 8, time winding down. It looks like it's going to be a scoreless first half of play, and that's the horn, and MSJ Windsor. A lot of action, but no points as we watch Christy Ojala walking off in a 0-0 game. As we take a peek in there, as Coach Fortier and Coach Bride down there talking, and real quickly we'll go through the MSJ roster for you. I have Logan Kavanaugh. Of course, I always start off with the goalie. Logan's up there, and Andrea Bizon is, I always called her Dana. I'll go with Andrea Bizon, number 2. Number 13 is Shauna Robb. 4 is Colleen Scholdice. Number 5 is Marissa Raymond. Christy Ojala is number 2. Dominique Mercier wears 7. Brianna Patton is 8. Caitlin Robertello is number 9. Haley Thompson's 10. Giovanna Walker is 11. Madison Ackerman, of course, is 12. Caroline Conley's 14. Krista Gowet's 15. Kayleen Reardon is 16. Oh, you know what? Dana Bizon is number 18. That's a different Bizon. Okay, Andrea is 2, and Dana's number 18. Jen Trombley's 19. Lacey Gilligan, 21. Danielle Comstock is 22. And Joelle Bove is 23. And like I said, Sarah Fortier is the head coach. Liz Bride's the assistant. And we will fade down, come back with the second half of action on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports on Munger Vision. Set to go here in the second half of play. It's 0-0. The score, you see we switched ends of the field, and again, that rain holding off. Sky getting a little bit darker. The field kind of slick. Logan Kavanaugh says she is set to go as the official checked with her. And that first half of play, very entertaining. A lot of fluid moments, and he'll start off with Comstock with the touch. That's O'Rourke, and they played exceptionally well together. And Scholdice had a good scoring chance in that first half, and it's going to be driven through. That was Ackerman coming up on the backside of the play, and Ackerman's going to be in position. Yeah, they'll just gently reach out, and boy, that's a nice trap. That is a tough trap. And O'Rourke to Ackerman, and she'll just crash you, get the position, and then with the knee, O'Rourke brought it down but couldn't control it. And Windsor, again, they started the game off, Windsor did, with about a 3.5 to 5 minute span where they just did a nice job of territorially keeping the ball in their offensive end. Then MSJ kind of took over the next 4 or 5 minutes. They went back and forth like that. There was a spell, though, about the I would say about the 25th minute played mark where MSJ just got in there and did a good job of a long, sustained time of possession. And that ball will come to the near side. The thing is, though, when you look at how the play went back and forth, and it just kind of makes you shake your head that we're scoreless. That's the cross, and it's knocked down by Trombley. Stays in bounds, didn't come near the in line, and that's going to be Kavanaugh. Got in and just up at the right time. Kavanaugh was down and then up and then caught it on the butterfly coming up. Nice job of recovering by Kavanaugh. So Windsor comes out strong again here in the second half of play. Matching that first half of play. That's Mercier. Oh, sneaky comes in from behind, and she's skinny looking, but she's strong as she's able to just take the contact, control the ball, and Galwet toes it, can't control it, gets right back into the play. Now she's got the ball, and that's going to be off from Windsor, I believe, out of bounds with a white throw. And yeah, they want Ojala to get in the game, number 6, and Ojala's going to come in for Gilligan, so it's Lacey Gilligan getting a breather, and Christy Ojala, number 6, coming in the ball game. Ojala with 2 goals on the year so far for MSJ. Now they're good to get the play going here in the second half on this throw, and yeah, they're just going to come about 10 yards forward and take the throw again. It's one off from a Windsor player. And white throw. I had to wait and see because that's kind of a lot of people there. Mercier waiting for the throw as she gets the momentum forward, then the lob and the loft, and she was looking for Scholdice. She was marked pretty well, and now Windsor will go back and reverse the field, come over the top, and that's going to be a handball, I do believe. Yeah, we're going to have a kick coming up for Windsor, as they get set here, as they're quite a distance out. What you want to do here is go over the top with enough loft on the ball. Everybody can hold the line, stay on side, and never happened. Line drive skidded, and Kavanaugh called off from the ball, and Ojala will bring it wide, and she wants to get it to the sideline where they can remark, and she didn't get the job done. She's going to give chase, take away the angle on the cross, and hits the inline. That should become a white ball, yeah. And the official wants her to bring it up another 2 yards, and Trombley will come over and take the actual kick. Ojala marks it, Trombley will kick it, and we are set to go as Trombley got a good foot on it and found her mark, got it to Schuldice, and Schuldice just that explosive first step, very, very quick player for MSJ. And that goes toward the center, and Ackerman, just outstanding soccer player, just took herself wide now the play, and that's Pat, number 8, and Ojala 6. It's Ojala again with those sneaky little moves there, able to get in and knock the ball away, and we'll have a white throw coming this end. Ojala will pick it up, and she is going to, stay down that end and take the throw for the Mounties. MSJ trying to regain some of that momentum they had toward the end of the first half of play. And I don't believe in that, especially with no sun to contend with, or no real wind to contend with. The switching ends of the field had anything to do with it, just adjustments made by the coaches, and that's going to come in, and they're looking for Rourke and Schuldice, and just kind of out-kicked them a little bit. Now the punting in the first half by both goalies was just, if you had to give off a grade of 1 through 5, with 5 being the best, it was right around 4. That's how well they kicked. Oh, nice, just stuck with it. Windsor did stuck with it, sends it in, and nice job. Trombley slid across, took the angle, took the ball, got the kick away, and really was on a tough angle body-wise to get power on the ball, but she got it up near the edge of the circle toward the midfield stripe, and that was about it. And Ojala with the angle will come across, and I'm waiting. I think it's a white. No, they're going to go the other way. At first I thought it might have touched the Windsor player's toe, but it's going to be a white throw. Green throw, I'm sorry, Windsor throwing. But everybody kind of came to a standstill there for a minute and watched the play. Bovins up with it and gets it down to Patton. Patton will tow it out of the air, and yeah, she just ran out of turf to take the turn. And that will be Windsor again. So Windsor coming out here with a lot more time of possession and a lot more momentum than they had at the end of that first half of play. They pretty much substantially kept the ball down this end of the field. And that's going to be off from one of the mounting shins down there, and looks like it's Mercier the way she's reacting. So this is going over the top, and Kavanaugh with a little move after to avoid the contact, and another good hanging kick by Kavanaugh. A little shorter, but hung up there nicely. And she got what she wanted. She linked up on that far side with her teammate, and this is Mercier now. While she let the ball just take her time, took her time, and let the ball come down, settle, and then drove it. And waited for O'Rourke to go there. O'Rourke. I'm waiting to see the call. I believe O'Rourke will take the throw, yeah. It's going to be a white ball, and we'll have a sub coming in. Gilligan will come in the ball game, number 21. Yep, they're going to allow her to come in. And Ackerman will get a breather, number 12 for MSJ. And Mercier, was looking for Comstock, and that ball just took an awkward bounce. And will go out of play, and Windsor will take the throw. And again, very slight breeze, nothing that's affecting play right now. And for the moment, the rain holding off, but getting darker. Remember, just before halftime, we had just a peak of the sun, and that's definitely gone away now. If you watch that Channel 15 weather map that's on the bulletin board, it's up to real time. It said from game time until 7 p.m. there's a 60% chance of showers and thunder showers, so we're definitely in that gray zone. Everybody jousting right now. Nobody really taking possession of that ball at midfield. A couple of headers and a couple traps, and here comes Trombley, and this time she's got the angle. See how she got the turn this time? And she will send the ball. Oh, great stop. And I gotta remember to start using my cooler weather camera, so my zoom works. And I think that's not going to be reached. No, Windsor couldn't get there. Ojala again, just head up all the time, looking at the field, surveying it, knowing where the other players are. It's Patton with the ball. Patton put a hook on it and kept it in play. A go off from Schuldice, stays in bounds. Yep, Windsor with the ball. Wants to send it up top of the box, looking for the arc. Didn't get it. Comes back to this near side on the inline. And boy, they've got some space right now. Oh, it goes out play. That's why everybody came to a sudden halt. Trombley calls for, receives the ball. It's just a matter of which side of the box she wants to set it up on, and she's going to stand this near side of the box. And boy, she hooked it. Ooh, way too much. Yeah. And it'll become a Windsor throw. We're at 0-0 in the second half of play. And boy, communications was excellent. You couldn't hear it, but I could, as Trombley called off. Their teammate got the ball up, and here comes Shouldice going right down in front of us, Shouldice. And I think we're going to have a white throw. I think I'm wrong. Yeah, they're going to bring the subs in. So Windsor will have the ball and have the subs, and we will have... Yeah, she's just waiting for the official to tell her it's good to go. Yeah, they have to wait till the player clears the field. The sub does out of play, and now we're set. Why don't you like that? Those tight angles when you really see the action in the players like that. See Trombley right in position. She didn't. Well, see that's fine. She didn't get the corner and get the kick out, but what she did was she let everybody get back and mark up now, and force Windsor into the throw. The important part was she stopped the progress going into the box, and it'll just become a Windsor throw. Basically, same spot. MSJ's offense not as fluid as it was there in the first half, at least at this point of the ball game, and that's going to be a corner. Yeah, Windsor will get a corner, and they just kept with possessions and worked themselves into a corner situation. And I believe this is the first corner in the second half. And again, look at the flag, and you can see how it's just kind of hanging there. No real wind to deal with. Of course, she's got to get the serve up, and that's what happened the last corner Windsor had in the first half at the other end. They just couldn't get the ball out in front. And again, they didn't serve up a good kick there, and that's Bove going to take the kick back there. And she was looking for Mercier, and the ball will get there. It just took a different route and went off a Windsor player to Mercier, and she wants to link up to O'Rourke, and there's the step up. That's just straight up in the air pop up. Now a header as we're playing 50-50 ball in the middle of the field. Now Patton will settle it, make the move, and then she was on the way to the races, and she'll get just cranked up, make the pass to the far side. There's a touch and handball, yeah. So MSJ will be, oh, I'd go 35-40 yards on this right here, and Mercier kept it low, linked it up. O'Rourke with the turn. O'Rourke will push the ball through, looking for Gilligan, and she's just a tad bit ahead of her. Again, the right idea. Nice touch on the pass. But just inches, literally, too far. Oh, Galwet with a good move with the steal, and then the pass goes hard off the shins of O'Rourke, followed up by Galwet. She wants to go over the top. Everybody on sides, and MSJ. Now Gilligan had a double team coming, felt it, heard it, communicated it, got to Ackerman. Ackerman had 3 green jerseys on her. We'll come back. There's Bove coming up the field and forcing the play, and going to be one hopped in, and O'Rourke trying to get there just a little bit behind the ball, and we'll have a punt now by Windsor. And again, not bad, you know, not as deep as she's had it, but good carry on the ball. And you can see Patton. See, although when you look through and you see the 4 green jerseys there for Windsor, there's got to be a gap somewhere on the outside, and this will be harmless as it will just trickle in, and the goalie will have an easy pickup this time. As that will come down, and Bove wanted to blast it away, and that ball will ricochet off from Windsor, die on the sideline, and they'll have the turf to work with. They go 10, 15, and what, 20 yards in deep. We'll bring the pass back, and they want to get to the edge of the box now. They go, well, that might make it in there, and it will be out from a Mountie player, and boy, oh boy, very fortunate. An offside call, second offside on Windsor the ball game, 1 on MSJ, but that was just, everything was awkward about the play for MSJ. That was a good break to get the offsides on Windsor. Yeah, now Trombley will get set, and she'll go back to taking the kick here. And see O'Rourke coming towards her, and that Windsor squad went backwards to go forwards, and it worked out for them as they will send the ball through a couple of Mountie legs. Trombley on the angle. Trombley doesn't want to go to the corner. Trombley will get there, save it from the inline once, twice, and get it on the outside. We'll have a throw by Windsor. Trombley did everything she could right there to keep that from becoming a corner and a possession for Windsor. And you know what? They're going to go white throw, and that'll give Conley 14 and Shouldice 4 a chance to come in the ball game 4. MSJ, and Mounties will have possession. And besides the subs coming in, we have a Windsor player tying their cleat. Okay, and the official says we're good to go, and he wasn't joking, we are, and we're scoreless second half action, and that ball will go out of play. Yeah, they just moved it up 5 yards with the same throw. Now, change tactics a little bit and go low on the ground to the outside. And Bove got a piece of it, couldn't control it. Patton got a piece of it, couldn't control it. And Windsor didn't get a piece of it. Now they control it, and that's going to come in. And there's the speed. Connolly came in, good job. Take it to the outside when you're down near your goalie like that, and get the ball on the outside, and don't give up a scoring chance. That Caroline Connolly now has got to hustle back, and oh, they had her set up for a one-timer. There's the follow-up, and Kavanaugh with the save. Windsor had that table set for a one-timer, and they've had the better of it here in the second half. Windsor's had a lot more time of possession, more shots, more corners. Everything that the Mounties were doing in the first half, Windsor's made the adjustments. They're doing it here in the second half. And Windsor with the throw. Gowett and the Mounties looking to find that offensive possession game they had in the first half, as they're going to go to the outside, and again, that's just going to be a tad bit too long, and we'll have Ojala take the throw number 6, far side of Abtel Field on Channel 15 Sports on Munger Vision on PEGTV, www.pegtv.com. That's the website, gives you the schedule, gives you all kinds of information you need to order the DVDs or wherever you choose to have VHS or whatever. And you can also do it the old-fashioned way by using a telephone at 747-0151. Here comes O'Rourke and MSJ looking to counterattack. Oh yeah, just missed linking up with Schuldice. She'll go after the ball and be a step late. Yeah, and they're going to come back to the outside. Windsor able to clear but not control, and we'll have a white throw, and that's going to be Gowett on the far side. And again, the game's gone up and down the field nicely. Just no score, and O'Rourke with the control on the dribble laid it out, and there's the shot, looking far post, and it will go out of bounds. It'll become a goal kick for the Yellow Jackets. All right, so it'll be, see Kavanaugh getting the ball. Will she mark it for Trombley to kick, or will she actually take the kick? I'm sorry, I'm looking at Windsor. No, so they're going to keep it on the near side of the box, and the goalie will take the kick from the ground, and that went off from O'Rourke's head awkwardly. She reached back to make sure she had all her faculties there. And oh, look at Patton make the moves in the open field, and but she uses that left foot extremely effectively. And that's a big asset to have. Connolly knocked it down, centered it up, and just out-kicked her teammate. And then MSJ back in the circle of possession. There's a step up by Gowett, and they pushed the ball a little bit deeper. And then on the follow-up, O'Rourke reached in with a foot, but couldn't get the thing under control, the ball that is. And it's going to be picked up by Windsor. They're going to come all the way to the side. And again, they're going to have contact, and Connolly, they're able to pass up over the top of her foot, and now they'll surround the ball, and that leaves the opening on the outside for the Windsor player. And all she wants to do now is either turn or cross. And oh, wow. Joelle Bove with an excellent defensive play there for the Mounties. And then the communications from Bove. She wanted him to go. She went over the top, takes a Mountie bounce. There's pressure on the ball from O'Rourke. There's Schuldice, and it's going to come up here to the sideline. And we will have Ackerman take the throw number 12. And that's going to be Connolly. Oh, a couple inches short. Now they want to send it back there, but it's only white jerseys in the viewfinder right now. That's going to be MSJ with the ball. Bove with a few dribbles, felt the pressure from behind, got rid of the ball on the outside, and you can see Comstock on that sideline with Ojala, and we're going to have a throw by Ojala of MSJ. So number 6, Ojala will come back, get it to Comstock, and again head up all the way. We'll go serve the ball for O'Rourke, just a little bit long. O'Rourke with the pursuit on that outside, and again we're at 0-0 in the second half of play. Windsor dictating play most of the second half. MSJ did the same thing in the first half, dictated most of the play. Short throw, they had momentum, player coming through full speed, and Trombley stays shoulder to shoulder with her, and then there's the follow-up, up, and Kavanaugh had it, lost it. Kavanaugh got to get her bounce, and yeah, nice job, just got it out of there. It was Bove. All she wanted to do was just get the ball any distance, any length, any way out of the box. As Kavanaugh able to recover now and get back into position. And Connolly, I believe we're going to corner. Yes, Windsor will get a corner out of this. With 22:31 to go in the second half of the action. As Mercier getting set to come back into the ballgame. Dominique Mercier along with Lacey Gilligan for MSJ. But right now, we're going to be watching the Windsor corner. Just good opportunity. They just got to serve the ball up. They've had a problem getting it out in the front. That was much better job right there of serving it up. They just couldn't get a foot on it, control it, and they'll come to the outside. Now they want to go back far post, looking for the header too far on the out. No possession there, and MSJ will have the ball. They want to turn and start the other way. So they'll dodge a bullet on that corner by Windsor and the subsequent possessions. And well, I tell you, that's just, Rourke does that so well. Like I said, just Scholdice passing ahead. Scholdice going to get cut off. Scholdice with a long rush and a run, and then just good hustle by Windsor too. They got back there and took away that would-be scoring chance. Now it's O'Rourke's turn. She'll put the brakes on, pivot back, got some time to work with, wants to go on that wing to Ojala. Ojala will retreat and take away the pass angle. Now she'll attack the ball. And I believe it was last touched by Ojala. And that's the indication by the official, yes. So we'll have subs coming in for both sides. Gilligan and Mercier coming in for MSJ. And again, there is overtime, golden goal. That's first goal wins, and you play a 10-minute overtime period. You switch into the field, play another 10 minutes. If nobody's got a goal at that juncture of the game, that's it. You wave the white flag and go home with a tie. And so O'Rourke just that one step late. Good support on the ball from behind, and I'll go back to O'Rourke and lay it on that side. Well, they were looking for Ojala, and Windsor just got in the pass lane, and well, O'Rourke just keeps her space close enough to make the move. No, Mercier just caught the ball with a wet cleat and spun it up and off. And Gilligan trying to support from the backside. Connolly's been in there, and that ball's going to be Connolly staying with it. Got deflected off from the Windsor defensive player, and then the ball driven through just a little bit too far ahead of Gilligan, but she'll get in pursuit and pressure it. Well, she wanted to turn her back to the inside, and Windsor able to bring the ball up and down to Connolly, who makes a trap right in front of the MSJ bench, and Patton now will turn around and a little stutter step, towed the ball, and got the whistle. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if they bring Trombley up before the kick now. Nope, they're going to, looks like Caroline Connell. Nope, I've got Patton. Okay, she was hiding behind the post on me. Boy, she put the right hook on the ball, but just, again, good job by the defensive Windsor to attack the ball, and that's going to come in and be handled.
She's in the box. Like that.
Connolly locates it, tracks it, and now can she possess it? Well, she'll get enough of it to go over on that bleacher side of Abatel Field, and Windsor trying to regenerate that buzz they had going earlier. That will roll out of bounds while Ojala take the throw for MSJ. No subs coming in, so there'll be no delay in the action. She'll just get it and get the tempo going, and that's going to stay white throw. I believe I heard the official with the call. Yes, we'll have Ojala take the throw again. Ooh, that one step away. That'll hit the circle, stay on the defensive end for Windsor, and they've got some space to work with. They like to go with that long ball to this side. They'll get it forward, and now they'll race the angle. Connolly coming back. Nice job. Now she's got to recover, get back up in front. The shot and the header, and well, that's one of MSJ header, and Kavanaugh says, I've had enough of this, and she'll pick it up. So Windsor had some pretty hairy moments there, but came up with no goal. And you can see Mercier, a lot of time to think of what she wants to do. Looks for O'Rourke. O'Rourke on this inside track, and she wants to reverse, bring it back, or she's going to be, yeah, she'll bring it back to the inside. Just got underneath it like a pitching wedge too far, and that's going to roll out of bounds. And Windsor wants to get that in, get the tempo going. Oh, they got a lot of green turf right now to work with. We're scoreless in the second half of play, and there's the ball over the top in the box, on sides, up, and Kavanaugh, using all 6 foot of that height, will make the save. So again, this is just what MSJ did in the first half and came up with no score. Windsor controlling play in the second half and coming up with no scores. So Windsor and O'Rourke right there with a nice bump got possession. And again, that's a perfect pass to Mercier. And oh, nice step up by Windsor. Yeah, Windsor had a good talk at halftime, made some adjustments, and it's paid off for him here in the second half of play. And that's going to be, got wet going there, getting the inside track, a little bit of shoulder work, keeps your balance, got a toe on it. And Windsor with the outside cover knocked the ball down. And here there in transition, coming down the other way. Windsor going longer and out through the inline. Now we'll have an MSJ goal kick, and we'll have subs come in, Ackerman and Scholdice come in for MSJ. As we're at the 17-minute left play mark here in regulation. And every time I got a ton of work to do, they seem to get closer and closer to this overtime stuff. Oh. See Patton. Got possession, went outside her pass to Scholdice. She towed it, and it will go out of bounds. And it should be green. It should be Windsor with the throw, and that's what we're going to have. And they just recover the ball, and now coming in for MSJ's number 5, Marissa Raymond. And she's going to give Ojala a little breather here. Getting very comfortable temperature today for the players to perform in. I remember the last game here against Pulteney, how hot and humid it was. This is much better, and the play shows. I mean, they're not wilted in the second half, either team. That ball laid down, and getting good position by Raymond. Good support on the ball by number 16 for MSJ, Reardon. And that's going to be a throw coming up. I have it as a green throw, and that's what we have. Windsor with the ball in the dark green uniforms, yellow trim. We're in the second half of play. We're scoreless. And it's just been one of those typical ball games where MSJ really had the better play in the first half, and now Windsor with their best effort here in the second half. And that was Ackerman with the dribble. She laid it up over the top, and she was looking for Scholdice and that speed to get there. And Scholdice was on her way, got cut off. Ball will go out of bounds, and we'll have a white throw coming up. There she is. And there's the throw. Rourke with the ball in control, and now the back check came up, and they took the ball away. And see how Patton just really has an uncanny ability to use her body. See how she gets position, using her body between the ball and the defender, and she's got good footwork too. And Ackerman, she wheeled but didn't blast. Took a little bit of juice off the ball, still able to control it for a moment. Here's Windsor now. That's Connolly with the ball. Well, momentarily she had it. Bove with the step up. Ball's going to be Windsor now. They'll settle and get possession, bring it up over midfield, and they'll lay it out to the open part. Now, see how the ball just died today? And the grass doesn't look tall. That's going to be Windsor's throw, I believe, coming up. Now we're having an MSJ kick, and it's going to be Trombley taking the kick, and we're just about at the 14-minute mark. Oh, Ackerman reached up, had it, lost it. Scholdice, I'm sorry, Raymond, number 5 right there. So got to Patton, and she'll get the ball back from her teammate. Now she sensed the pressure coming from the back side. Tried to go all the way to the right, and just too many green jerseys. They played a very tight diamond back there, and very hard for her to get a space to get the ball through. We're at 0-0 score-wise in the second half of play. Oh, good time to step up. That again, that was just timed well by Patton, number 8 for the Mounties. Good instincts out there. She calls for the ball too and gets the ball. She's got some space. That sets it up to go over the top, and here comes Ackerman. Ackerman across it, just like, oh, you can see O'Rourke streaking down that far side. Got a good run and the right idea, and it was on the far post, and she was just probably about 2 strides off from being there. And that will bring the ball to the far side of the box for the goal kick, and the Jackets right there, Yellow Jackets, able to dodge us. Good scoring chance by MSJ. One of the few times they've been able to counter and get down the field like that in the second half for MSJ. And I'll tell you, both goalies kick much better out of their hands than they do off the ground. That was a very short field that time on that goal kick off the ground by Windsor, and that ball's going to be laid out and then sent down, and it stays in play. Yeah, it was going to die down, and that gives Galway a chance to get there, and now they're going to give Galway a chance to think about what she wants to do with the ball, and she'll bring it back to Trombley, who called for it. And she looks to go to the far side and just outkicked her teammate, and Windsor now looking to get inside the box as they got something happening here in Trombley. Oh, this is coming in, and a kick, and oh yeah, short post. Kavanaugh says, not today, not in my house. Kavanaugh making much more difficult saves here in his second half than anything she saw in the first half of playing. She's done a good job of keeping this thing scoreless, and we got a push from behind. We're going to have a kick coming up. It'll be Mounties with the ball, and they'll bring Trombley up the field, and there's Jen. She'll take the kick. Little line driver, and that's going to stay on the edge of the circle. Patton, oh, she ran through it and didn't realize she was going to have the ball flattened out on her. And this will give Windsor a chance to transition. Well, she's got a lot of time to dribble it up, and I don't know if you hear Coach Fortier in the background, but she didn't like that. He wanted her to come out and be challenged to not give up so much space on the field to dribble the ball down. That'll be kicked out, and we'll have Mercier take the throw for MSJ. Yeah, off from shoulder. She tried to come down and trap it and just lost it off her shins, and it'll become Windsor now taking the ball and again wants to get the tempo. Not a lot of whistles here in the second half of play. There's only been a couple corners, and Galway kept it in, and yeah, Comstock went to get it and we'll have a throw, and now they're going to hold everything up as O'Rourke and Gilligan come in 20 and 21 respectively. Mercier, 7 you're looking at right there, is going to take the throw in for MSJ. Yeah, and they're just waiting for the subs to clear the field. Ackerman will take a breather for MSJ, and Scholdice will come out now and take a breather also. So that's the two subs, and again they have to wait till they get the officials okay to let the ball go. Mercier will just try it again about 6 yards further up the field, and that's a good heave and well marked, and MSJ doing it a little bit at a time. They'll get another throw, but this time they're in the offensive end of the field, and yeah, they'll go over the top, and well, Patton looking to race to the outside. Patton breaking in. Patton with a shot on the outside of the net. Again, though, they were able to get in deep, and any shot's a good shot in soccer. Yep. And it ends up being a corner. I didn't realize that. So corner coming up for MSJ as we're getting down to the 9:55 mark to go. 9 minutes 55 seconds to go in the second half of regulation now. And oh, they didn't take the kick. I don't know what they're waiting for. So they thought somebody coming in on the trail, but they ran by the ball and never launched it toward the net on that kick. There's Patton with the settle, came off her shins hard, and then the follow-up, and in the goal! Just out of the reach of the goalie, over the top. She timed her jump well. And it's going to be 1-0 MSJ. Oh, big time kick. And I just need the call from the official to give me the official. Yeah, here comes the official now. Who's he going to give the goal to? Okay. So Dominique Mercier will get the goal for MSJ. I didn't hear an assist on it. So Mercier with the goal for the Mounties, number 7. Dominique Mercier giving MSJ the 1-0 lead. And isn't sport strange? Windsor had controlled 75% of the second half of play, had more shots, more corners. And it's MSJ with one of their few chances in the second half that cashes in on it. And Madison Ackerman going to be coming in for MSJ as they're down to 9 minutes and 19 seconds to go. And Ackerman now will come in for Lacey Gilligan. And the Mounties looking for their first win on home turf this year. They said they had a tie with Pulteney here, a 2-2 tie that went to overtime, played through and ended up in the tie. And boy, I tell you, O'Rourke causing a lot of problems out there, and then Ackerman looking to go far side to Comstock. She'll accelerate to the ball, and didn't hear the whistle. Is it? Yeah, it's out of play. Okay. Yeah, I lose vision of the chalk line that far away over that side. And And you can see Windsor scrambling around now. They've done a good job in the second half. Windsor have, but they've done everything except get the ball in the net. Same problem MSJ had when MSJ had more sustained pressure in that first half of play. And you know, that thing took a funny bounce, a good bounce for Windsor, and they got by one twice there, but couldn't get past that last defender, and that's going to come up to midfield, and now they're looking to strike the ball in deeper. It's in the box, the pressure on the ball. There's a Rourke with the outside root, and will she create a possession? Now, I think that's going to be a white throw. Yeah. And Ojal will come down, and Ojal wants to get that play. Yeah, pick the tempo up, get the ball in. Nope, off the side of her foot, out of play. MSJ with a second half goal has that 1-0 lead. And we have a goal kick coming up for Windsor. Yeah, they're going to take it on this near side of the box. The goalie herself will call out the sweeper. She'll take the kick. Got good lift on it, good carry, and good support. So they're able to come back, and Ackerman knocked the pass down. Conley right there to sweep it in deeper. And now Ojal will give pursuit on the chase. Ojala will take the inside route, and yeah, Conley was looking just to pop it up, and here comes O'Rourke on the giveaway. O'Rourke shouldered off, and she'll loop around. That will force the defender to come in, and that is a dangerous play by Windsor. They turned in front of their net and just missed clearing their goalie. Here comes Windsor the other way. Now they're only down to 1 goal. Plenty of time left in this second half of play. Now you see good defense right there. It's great defense by Bove, and yeah, she's not giving an inch. Corner coming up for Windsor. As Gilligan and Scholdice wait to check back into the soccer game, and the goal scored by Dominic Mercer for MSJ just about 4 minutes ago now. And here, yeah, 6.5 minutes left in regulation. 1-0 MSJ, but Windsor with the corner, and you can see just a very slight breeze as the flag's starting to move now for you. When they actually got that ball all the way through, and it went through the whole goal mouth area. Nobody touched it for either team. You know, they're all packed in there. And Kavanaugh's made some good saves here in the second half, and you got a feeling she's going to be tested again. And that's going to be just off the mark. Trombley looking for a ball, calling for a ball, and it's not a bad idea to have the clock run right now while they get the ball. Burning time off from the... Yeah, and they got subs coming in now. Yeah, Ojala will step out, and I need one more MSJ player to take a breather. And O'Rourke. So O'Rourke and Ojala will come out for MSJ as Trombley will get set here in just a second. As soon as the official tells her it's good to go. There's Jen. And she will take the kick. Got a little bit on top of it, but nope, couldn't link. I thought she might be able to link up with Mercier on that side, but it'll be Windsor with the ball and the throw, down 1-0 in this varsity soccer action on PEGTV channel 15. And I got to tell you, because we're getting in the fall now, got to remember on channel 15 live, and they'll show it taped later, but the Pumpkin Princess pageant, the election of the Pumpkin Halloween Parade Queen, and then the Halloween Parade itself. And that will be brought to you live on channel 15. Tom Leopold will be the cameraman, and this is looking good for Windsor. They've got, oh, the ball just came over the top, and there's the header, and picked up. Yeah, it actually wasn't a header. It was more like out from a collarbone, but Kavanaugh, again, with that good position, able to come out, and great kick by Kavanaugh. And Comstock should stay right there and take the throw, and no, they're going to have backup play, and it'll be Mercier will take the throw, and she'll lob it in, and that'll be saved on the sideline by MSJ. And they want that clock to tick, and they want to keep the ball down this into the field as the 6 o'clock church bells of St. Peter's ring. There's Gilligan. Well, what a standoff that was. Nice job by both players. And again, that's going to be off from the legs of Patton, who's just been, again, a superb effort by Patton today, number 8 for MSJ. There's Scholdice. Yeah, almost able to get it. There's Gilligan to Scholdice, and it will come back, and well, that's a hot potato. Comstock had the last touch, and it's going to come in and be controlled by Windsor. They keep the ball alive. The goalie with the dribble. You don't see that often at the high school level. You see a lot of it at college level, but it worked out for her, and this is the best thing right here for MSJ to let that clock tick because it got possession down in their offensive end, and it's hard for Windsor to score when MSJ's got the ball down their offensive end. Windsor, and that should be a throw for Windsor. That's what they're going to have. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. MSJ up by 1-0. The goal coming by Dominique Mercier here in the second half of play, and that's Mercier almost with a steal, and then she used her shoulder blades to knock the ball down. Comstock once, twice, couldn't get a hit on it, but Mercier there to back her up to Shouldice. Shouldice wanted to take it to the inside. Great job defensively by Windsor, just standing their position. That's all it was, is they didn't lean out with the leg for the ball, and that's going to be off the crossbar. That's a hot ball, and up, and out of play. That went off from the crossbar. Now the sun's come out, and you can see Kavanaugh showing you she's got to shield her eyes from the sun as O'Rourke and Ojala. And that was just about 3.5 inches from being a tie soccer game. So now Trombley came down on top of the ball and got chased down by, got wet, and Windsor cranking up the pressure, and again, very sure hands Kavanaugh has, and she plays basketball too, and she's down in the low post a lot in basketball, and she receives the ball well and handles the ball well, and same thing here in soccer. Ojala gets it forward, and then Windsor will turn the field around, and MSJ just flying around right now. That's good to be attacking the ball, but you want to overcommit right now and open up the field, and that's going to be Bove with the pursuit and out of bounds. Yeah, she went so far out of play, but Windsor quickly got the ball back in, and now Bove would join the play, and that's a good play right there. That's a smart play, just got it out. That was Connolly that just kicked it out with 1:45 to go. And it's going to, oh boy, I'm wondering if they let that go, if that would became a corner. Instead, it becomes a goal kick for MSJ, and they'll probably burn another 15-20 seconds here just retrieving the ball, bringing it up for Bove. She'll set and mark it, take her time backing up. Well, I tell you, she got it to O'Rourke. It just went off from Windsor player's head, but she got it there. And then Ackerman was looking for Ojala, and MSJ wants to get it out of this into the field. Windsor with a nice rush coming down, and the angle taken away. The support on the ball was just a step late. Bove got a piece of it, knocked it wide. And that's going to be Bove to the ball. She'll pivot, full 360, and then Caroline Connolly with the support. 1 minute to go in this soccer game. 1-0 MSJ. Windsor trying to get this thing tied up. Yep, that's all you want to do right now. Just get the ball out, burn that clock. Dump it out, just like in hockey. You just want to dump it out, and that's at midfield right now. This would be a big win for MSJ. And that's Ackerman with the control, the roll, and they're going to have an MSJ kick, and that could just about seal the win, because by the time they get the ball, get it set, they've got the clock ticking down, and she's going to get it in deep. Yeah, and the clock just running. And yeah, Windsor's got to go a good 60 yards now to get a scoring chance, as they're down inside 10 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, look at this, and Trombley will clear it wide, and that's going to be the soccer game. Trombley came across and took away that last opportunity. And there's the horn, and MSJ with the big win on the Dominique Mercier goal will beat Windsor 1-0. Oh, good game by both teams, well coached, and there's the coaches giving out the congratulations. Yep. And MSJ in the second half with the game's only goal will get the win, so congratulations to MSJ. A good job by Windsor. Hope you've enjoyed this varsity soccer action on Munger Vision, PEGTV Channel 15. Get out there, support your student athletes, and always support public access television.